Good morning and welcome back to Gun Buddy Customs, and today we are going to be starting a new custom series because I want to make a field repair, a custom field repair G.I. Joe classified Cobra Stinger for my TECHNO Vipers and for the TECHNO Viper driver that I made I guess maybe about a month ago now. So I'm going to show this from start to finish because a lot of people have asked in other videos, and then they asked when I did my Thursday with a friend with Lawrence from A Punk with Toys. So shout out to Lawrence, thank you for having me on. And so some people ask, you know, how I started, how I plan it. Do I stay on course with the plan, or do I have to kind of pivot as I come across things? And so we're going to go through that kind of together on a vehicle that a lot of people already have. It's a readily available vehicle. It's extremely easy to customize. If you want to learn how to break one of these down, please watch my my video of how to break down a vamp, because it's obviously essentially the same vehicle. And then you can also watch that video series of how I created the ground assault dreadnought Stinger from that vamp. So like it'll go through an in-depth breakdown of this vehicle. Okay, so whenever it is that I start, the first thing that I have to do is I have to kind of amassing or gathering the things that are going to be on it, with it, near it, the paints for it, whatever it is, because the more of this stuff that you put together, the more your mind's going to see and the creativity is going to flow, because one thing's going to lead to the next, two things are going to add together, and you're going to start getting some really good ideas for the custom that you want to make. Now, I've been wanting to do a TECHNO Viper vehicle for a while. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I couldn't see it. At one point I thought about using what I've done so far in making that Slugger, that six-wheel vehicle, because I'm kind of stuck on the Slugger portion of it, and I thought, well, maybe I can turn that into some kind of field repair vehicle, like a bulk refueler or something like that. And then I also thought about using the WWE rig as like a refueling truck, and creating it based off that. But I've been having so much fun with these Stingers that I thought, what the hell, might as well get another one and make a Stinger to go along with the TECHNO Viper Stinger driver that I have already created. So another thing that kind of sparked this and kind of piqued my interest was, as I was digging through stuff, I came across this. And it's been sitting in my parts area, or my kind of donor graveyard area, for a while. What caught my attention was this thing, this giant drilling blade. It's like a cutting, mining, drilling kind of blade, right? And I looked at it and I thought, man, that would be awesome as like some kind of like industrial welding, like a repair welder. So then that way it could repair the armor on a hiss in battle, out on the battlefield, or be adding new armor plating to it, something like that. And the fact that it's not connected gives us the ability to connect it, figuring out a way to connect it back here where the missiles go. So then that way you have, it's not quite a crane or a winch, but it's this sort of giant industrial, repair welder. And so we're going to be creating, because it's not going to end up looking like this, so we're going to be creating all of the pieces that go on there, and obviously repainting this and fabricating the pieces to make it look like the welder, and then figuring out a way to attach it to the little attachment point tab that comes with the Stinger in the vamp, where the missiles and the 50 cals go. Now, two other pieces that I like out of here is this is this tool bin. The circular tool bin opens up, or it could double as whatever the fuel is for the welder. And then this tray up here, this sort of weapons or tool tray, I really like this, and I think this will look good on the back of the Stinger, where we could put toolboxes and stuff like that on there, and then also fabricate on top of this where the two holders where the TECHNO Viper's backpacks and their tools can be placed directly onto here. And then also on the back of the Stinger, I want to create a sitting portion for where the second TECHNO Viper will be sitting on the back, and then the controls for the big welder. And then I also want to put controls to the front so one of them will be controlling the rear controls, and then the other one will be guiding it with some kind of handles in the front, actually applying it to the HISS tank. And then of course you'll have your driver as local security. So all of that started flowing. So then today I went to the hobby store and I got the paints. And so I'm gonna go over why I selected these paints and these particular colors and how I'm gonna use them. So because this vehicle is dark, it's black, right? So it's as dark as it could be. I want these colors to be vibrant. So black as a base is going to be terrible. So what I'm gonna do first is, obviously I'm gonna wash the body with warm water and some kind of dish soap. So then that way I could get all the oils from the mold release agents. And then I'm gonna scuff it with a Scotch-Brite pad, which helps open up the surface of the vehicle and allow the paint to adhere better. And then I'm gonna prime it with this Vallejo white primer. And the reason I'm gonna use white is because, like I said, I want these purples to pop. I want them to be bright. And so I want a bright, vibrant base. Now, after you shoot your primer, you're gonna wanna shoot it like a base coat, a base color. And I selected silver from Vallejo as well. All of these are Vallejo paints, and they're the game air, or what they call it, I believe the express color now is what they renamed it. So there's two reasons why I picked silver. One, it's going to help the layers of paint on top be brighter. But secondly, all of their Cobra emblems and their accent is in silver. So I want to, emulate that on here. So we're gonna also go through the process of me creating a logo to go on the side of this, printing it out on decal paper, and creating the mask for when I shoot it, for when I start shooting the colors. So I want that to be silver. So we're gonna shoot silver first, and then we're gonna mask out our logos on there, and then we can shoot the colors on top of that. Now for the colors, I picked 3 shades of purple from Vallejo. The light one being fluid pink, which is more of a magenta-ish purple to me. And then the second one is a wash, but it's just violet, but we'll be using it kind of as a paint. And then the third one is this vampiric purple, which is a darker purple. So that way you have a light tone, a medium tone, and a dark tone. Then you can, from those 3 colors, you can mix them, and you can add white to lighten them up. You can add black to darken them up. You can do things to create various shades to get you the unique colors that you want for your vehicle. So then that's how I start to kind of plan things out. I start to gather the things that I need for it. So then that way it kind of puts me in the mood and it gets me going. So I already have an idea of how I want to be able to attach that welding arm, and then also the portion in the back where the tools and stuff like that are going to be stored. So I'm going to start drawing up the plans for that, and then we're going to start by unboxing this, getting it all washed up and primed, and then we're going to get going on it. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. This is just, like I said, just the planning phase. I'm showing the step-by-step of how things work in my head as far as figuring things out, things that catch my attention. The process of how I pick out the paints, why I choose them, and all the other things, accessories or whatever it is that are going to go along with this build in order to help fuel the creativity towards the build. All right, so that's going to be it for today. Please stay tuned for the second part. Please like and subscribe, and follow Gun Bunny Customs on Instagram, and we'll see you next time.